Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, darthdevious, bringing you another video review. This time from Transformers Generations 30th anniversary. It's Sandstorm. Sandstorm is a massive retool of Springer. Alright, nice box. You can see back here. We'll come up, zoom in. You can read that if you want to on your own time. Alright, come down. You can look at his tech specs. And there's, VTOL mode, Dune buggy mode, robot mode. Alright. Get that out of there and bring him in his VTOL mode. And this is a pretty cool mode. It's not my favorite of the three, but this is still pretty cool. Now, I think it shares a lot in common with the flying hunter-killer robots from Terminator. Right there. But my wife, she seems to think it looks like, one of the flying vehicles they used in Avatar. Right there. So obviously somebody is a James Cameron fan when they designed this guy. Obviously. And he's got a lot of things that set him apart from Springer. I mean, the whole tail section, these right here, which do spin, providing you have it transformed differently from Springer. So on Springer, you'd put these parts here on the side where they would clip in. But if you do that on this piece right here interferes with the rotation. So you don't get that nice rotation effect there. The whole front end is pretty much different. And it seems to hold together slightly better than Springer does. Alright, let me get Springer. So we're going to compare him here with Springer. And as you can see, Sandstorm is wider than Springer. Just a little bit. All this is different. This whole front end here is different. And as you can see, comparing the two, they got different front ends. Of course, the VTOL stuff and the back part of the legs where, he just had this little panel that came down. He's got this whole section that comes down and tabs in a little bit better to get his back wings there. Alright. Now, get Springer out of here. And we're going to bring in G1 Sandstorm. Now, G1 Sandstorm was one of my favorites back in the day, but as you can see, this one has a bum rotor blade here, and it doesn't quite spin very well anymore. It's an old toy. What can I say? And this is actually the plastic foot variant. There is a metal foot variant. I do not have that one. And I don't have his gun either, so I can't show off his gun. See, the labels look nice on him because they're all repro labels. Anyway. So you can see where they were going for, You got the slightly more rounded front end cockpit area, even though it's a much different designed vehicle. You can see what they were going for. Alright? I think the similarities are more prevalent in car mode. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put all these guys in their different car modes. We'll compare them all. And then we'll go on to robot mode. Alright? Be right back. So here we have Sandstorm in his really cool Dune buggy mode. I mean, a lot of people are saying the back wheels are too large. I think it looks cool. Looks like something out of Mad Max, really. And that's what I like. You see here you got a nice Autobot symbol that's been exposed once you transform that. And you can see how the front end comes together to give it like a Dune buggy front end. It's very different from Springer's. The back end's actually nice, but because of the way he's designed, he tabs together so much better in this mode than Springer ever did. And this really is probably my favorite mode of the three. The robot mode is really good on him, but I really like this Dune buggy mode, you know. And he's got, you know, his gun, which can move around. And what's nice in this mode, and I think PR pointed this out, because of the way this is, you have a hole there for tabbing it in, but this hole goes right over it so that this can sit further down, so it's not, you know, obnoxiously up in the air. And his gimmick works, it's a friction missile, it works just like, you know, you pull this back. Alright? You have to have it forward though to get it back in. And even then, yeah, there we go. So his gun's not as good as Springer's, where Springer had the gimmick where it would launch one missile at a time. Not as good. Anyway. Bring in Springer real quick. As you can see again, significant amount of remolding on this. From the headlights up front to the bumpers that are added, to the whole front end being different. Alright, he's got these like little guards that come down over his windows, which is cool. And the whole back end is just, there's a huge difference in these two toys. Huge. It's like they're two completely different molds that just happen to share a few similar pieces. That's how this actually comes out. I mean, all this here is new. You know, so much in the back here is new. Different guns. But they both can, you know, angle and move. So that's kind of cool. And just, I don't know, for some reason it seems like Sandstorm is larger than Springer. I know it's an illusion because basically they're the same robot mode with some different parts. But, you know, he just looks bigger. Alright? Now, we're going to bring in G1 Sandstorm. And again, you can see he had the bigger wheels in the back. And things like that. He had his engine back here, which is actually his head. But you could see what they were going for. You know, you had the mesh here, so there's your guards there. You see? Not too bad. Alright. Let me get these guys into robot mode and we'll take a final look at all this, alright? Be right back. Alrighty, here's Sandstorm in robot mode, and he is just fantastic. And there are some significant changes even in robot mode for Sandstorm versus Springer. Not to mention these things in the back. Now these are posable, just so you know. I mean, you know, they can go like this, they can go like that, so you can give them like a flight pack look. Now there are there's an official way to transform them, and then there's, you know, the way I've got them. Now the official way has this thing up kind of like this or something. Huge backpack on him, as you can see there. And it's supposed to invoke all this stuff on the G1 toy. And G1 toy I gotta hold because he doesn't want to stand. You can see there's a big difference in the faces. I mean, he has, we'll zoom in on his face in a second, but he has a more cartoon accurate face, whereas his face is, you know, he's got a little faceplate on there, as you can see. So, get him out of here. Alright, let's zoom in on his face. And it's a really nice face sculpt. Really nice. Now I like putting this thing back. I don't like having it there. I like putting it back. Makes it cleaner. behind his head. Now let's see. Look at his head. Look at the light piping on that. He has fantastic light piping. As you can see, I can, you know, block it. There you go. It's blocked. And now he's... I think his light piping works better than Springer's. Alright. Get this back here. Straighten him up. Now another reason I like having this orange part in the back is it gives him these nice... It looks like he's got like a battle skirt or something on here. I think that looks cool. Just gives him a little added something. Now he is a lot more back heavy than Springer. Obviously with all that stuff on his back. So he could have used slightly bigger heel spurs. He does have a tendency to want to lean back some. And also these parts of his chest don't tab in as well as Springer's. So when you're moving him, sometimes they'll come untabbed. And that's easy to fix with a little clear nail polish or something like that. So it's not a big deal. But just something to be aware of. Yeah, and he's got some nice silver apps in this mode. Some more orange. Things like that. Now let's bring in Springer. Alright. Now as I said, Sandstorm just feels like he's a bigger figure. Even though he's not, he just feels like it. Because he just has so much more going on with him. Huge changes here. Like all this here in the shoulders is different. Now the forearms are basically the same, and the hands are the same. The waist is the same. The chest is different. Heads are obviously different. He doesn't have the shoulder pad thing that Springer could do. The knee spikes are different on him. The entire lower legs, other than the feet, are different. Because he's got the wheels built into his shins. He doesn't. He has all this here. This is all new. Sides are slightly remolded on Sandstorm here, whereas he's got the divots here. He doesn't. His is pretty much round. But otherwise, this part here and the foot that's attached to, those are the same. Just Springers are painted silver. Okay. But yeah, I mean... Just a fantastic job they did on both these figures. And to make them look so unique to each other while being basically the same mold, almost the same transformation, Hasbro knocked it out of the park with these. I recommend both of them, really. I really do. Springer is a fantastic figure. Sandstorm is awesome. Like them both. I pretty much like them both equally for different reasons. But, yeah. Now, I want to give a good shout out to Dennis Sullivan, because he helped me secure Sandstorm here. He saw him at one of our local Targets, knew I wanted it, had him hold it at customer service till I could get there and grab it. So, that was awesome. Big thumbs up, dude. Thank you. And, he's probably going to be doing his own reviews of Sandstorm, and probably will be making video responses to each other's videos. Anyway. Recommended. Highly recommended. Be on the lookout now, because he just hit stores. I know these guys just came out. He's out already. Happy hunting. He is worth it. The amount of remolding alone makes him worth the price of admission. Not to mention he has 3 really neat modes and things like that. Alright, I'm babbling. We're going to stop. You guys be good. Because Sandstorm, even though he's an Autobot, he likes to hang out with a certain Decepticon. A certain Decepticon who also likes to hang out with a certain ghost of a certain Seeker. G1 reference. Come on now, you guys can get that. Later.